When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
Give us the details.
Oh yeah, dirty details. So we essentially, like, the first night when we were in Miami, we definitely did it on the front of the boat and
nice.
Yeah, in Miami on this yacht. I was like, yes.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
What are you, a little exhibitionist there?
A little bit, yeah. I like to have a little fun here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily,
the dismal.
Yeah, but the shocking stories of sugar dating. What's so dismal?
I'm feeling dismal.
Yeah,
I've got that change of season chest cold that we always get in Arizona when it goes from smoldering hot to chilly.
I know, it's like overnight.
Yeah.
It was like 110, and then now the lows are in the 40s.
I should have just pretended like I was a guest because my voice is so different.
Yeah. It's like
I could have just been a guest.
Sultry. And
with
deep.
a whole different alias. And then I could have told the stories I don't typically want to tell.
Right? Nobody would recognize you.
Yeah.
Well, we already have Sugarpalooza 6 all set. Applications are ready. They're on the website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, under the party tab. I already have like 7 applications already. We're 6.
And one sponsor's already
We've already got a
fee.
sponsor, already paid. I already know the other guys they're automatically in, like Bad Brad, Jay.
We've got a winner chicken dinner. He's
$2.
already paid up.
Yeah, they're not going to miss this
way
one.
in advance.
Yeah, so if you guys want to attend, go to our website now. The applications are available. And let me just tell you, the earlier you get them in, the better opportunity you have, because I always get a rush of applications late. And I don't have any room. I'm like, at this time now, I'm like trying to figure out how to decide between 10 people for 3 spots. It's tough. I hate turning people away.
Right.
But the people who get in early, they have a much better chance. Now, if you are a Patreon member, then that ups your chances even more. We have a free option. Did I say free?
I believe you did say
yes,
free.
and we do throw things on there. Go to patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. Join our family. It's a lot of fun. We've got almost 500 members now. And like I said, there's a free option, so it costs you nothing. So at least do that. Now, if you really want to support the show and get the most out of the site, we have a tier that starts at $10 a month. I mean, hardly even buy a coffee anymore for $10 a month. So
accurate.
Yeah. So anyway, we would love for you to at least become a VIP member. And for that, it unlocks the entire site. You get the community chat. There's a lot of things that go on in that chat room.
Oh, there's some
there's some great
wild
I love when the sugar baby's like, hi, it's me, I'm new here, and they post a bikini pic and all the thirsty dogs are like, welcome. Hey, where are you at? What part of the country are you in? Our guys are great about welcoming new members. And you can ask questions on there. Sometimes people ask like real estate questions. A lot of the people have a lot of experience in different kinds of businesses, and they get good answers. So you don't even have to talk 100% sugar dating, although that's mostly what we talk about. You can ask anything you want to the group chat, community chat, talk about whatever you want. Post memes. I know a lot of people post funny memes in there. I chuckle when I'm looking at some of them. You also get to hear all the episodes and extra sugars first. We throw in perks. There's coaching and profile reviews available. Lily just got done with another one, I think.
2.
Yeah. Keeps her busy.
Yeah.
So go to that. I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this description of this episode, and it's also on our website. All right, one other thing. We have a fun guest here today that I met at Sugarpalooza V, and I cannot wait to start talking to her. But we've talked about psychics before. You've been to a psychic, right?
I have.
Yeah, and Kimmy,
Well, I don't
she
know if
loves
it was
psychics.
a psychic, but it was like a fortune teller.
Yeah.
With the tarot cards and stuff.
Well, we have one, and basically it says, are you lost about a breakup? I know we all go through those. Separated, wondering if you're with the right person, constantly breaking up and getting back together. Well, I see a lot of that. Then you need a love clairvoyant. Psychic Susan Weston has been offering psychic readings for nearly 3 decades. She is a master psychic, a love expert focusing in on relationships, marriages, soulmates, twin flames. I know Kimmy talked about her twin flame.
Yes.
And toxic dating patterns. She has a true, authentic, intuitive gift passed down through generations. She not only reads love connections with amazing accuracy, she helps reunite, heal, bond lovers and partners by removing the barriers to happiness and long-lasting love. She can also deal with issues relating to family, business, finance, children, and more. She's going to give you a free mini reading with Susan Weston. That's spelled Westin. And her number is 480-318-2106. Again, that's 480-318-2106. Or visit psychicsusanweston.com. Now, if you mention promo code podcast, we'll appreciate that so she knows we sent you there.
Okay.
All right. You should call.
Everybody loves
Reading.
a free reading.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. We met this girl at Sugarpalooza V. She just walked in. She had her high heels on, towering over everybody, kind of owned the place. And we said, look, we got to get you on the show because I want to know what your deal is. So welcome, Paris. How are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you for having me.
So you've been doing this a while, I think.
Yeah, I'm in my early 30s now, but probably for a decade now.
You've been sugar dating for a decade?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here in Arizona. Has it all been here?
No, partly I started in college in Minnesota. So
Really? Okay.
cold.
Well, those college girls. All right. How did this come about?
Basically, I just was a college student, like doing my thing, didn't have, the lifestyle I wanted. And I met this rich analyst. He worked for, maybe I shouldn't say where he worked for, but for Google. And we started doing all these really extravagant things.
What do you mean extravagant? Like what?
So he took me to some of the best festivals in the world. He took me to Burning Man twice.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
Incredible. Life-changing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lily, have you ever wanted to do that? I've seen videos and photos.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be a little wild for me because I've been to, what's the one in Arizona? Country Thunder.
Oh, Country Thunder.
Good Lord. Country Thunder is like a drug fest, naked free for all.
For 2 weekends, right?
And yeah, it was a little wild for me.
Yeah.
And it was a little, though only one time I went, it was really windy and dusty and I felt gross.
Well, that's kind of how Burning Man is, isn't it?
Very dusty and dirty.
Yeah.
It's not quite a festival though, because they don't have set up times or sets. It's more or less like you're just biking around in a desert, looking at art installations and doing a bunch of drugs.
Now, where is Burning Man exactly?
It's in Reno, well, outside of Reno in Gerlach.
Okay, so it's in Nevada.
Yep.
Very good. And that was your first time you'd been was with your sugar daddy?
Yeah, and I met so many affluent people there. I
Really?
mean, yeah, I met Miss Universe, a CNN financial analyst, a professional horseback rider, celebrity chefs. Just incredible experience.
How old were you when this took place?
Oh, oh my God, I think I was like 24 maybe. And my family was like, what are you doing dating this man?
How did you meet him exactly?
So I had just broken up with my previous, and he was very similar in age to me, and he did not want an adult. So I was like, okay, I need to find someone who's a real adult. And this man happened to really enjoy younger women. So I was like, lucky me. I'm definitely going to snatch that one up.
Yeah, but where? Where did you meet him? Was it online? Were
No.
you out and about in the wild?
Yeah, just out and about with friends. I'm always like wary of meeting people online. I never have any luck. So I just kind of have to like peruse and search around and, and meet people in person. But yeah, I met him out and about with friends. We went over to his house, and he had this giant house and DJs in it. And I was like, who is this guy?
Wait, you went to his house and there was DJs?
Yeah, we had some famous EDM artists there. We had Ganja White Night over. He had constant DJs. His house was previously, it was kind of like a speakeasy. They had a little roller rink in the basement, and then he redid the basement, and then it was just a DJ set down there. So,
And this is in, did you say Minnesota?
yep,
Wow.
Now, how much older was he than you?
20 years. He had kids very similar to my age.
All right. And you didn't mind dating an older guy?
Everyone looked at me like I was crazy. My whole
Right.
family was like, what are you doing with this man? And I'm like, you guys, like, I'm having fun. I'm going on adventures. He spent almost $100,000 on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you consider him a sugar daddy at the time? Did you use those words?
So inexplicably, I knew what it was, but I kind of just fell into it. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go. Because I grew up in Vegas, so I knew what it was from a young age. I'm like, okay, I'm not sure I want to live this lifestyle. But I kind of just fell into it and was like, this is what I would prefer, honestly, at the time, because I wanted someone who was older than me to motivate me and then also help me out with things. Take me to dinner without the emotional trauma. Take me to Europe, and we'll go stay in Europe for a month, which we did that too. So
Nice. I
yeah.
love that for you.
It was amazing.
How long did this relationship last?
Oh my gosh. 3 years, maybe 4. It was amazing.
And all the while, were you both dating other people, or was this exclusive?
So I kind of was dating people here and there at the end, but I would just bring my girlfriends over mostly, and him and I would just hang out with like my hot younger friends. And yeah, we would just like do.
Was there any menage a trois?
Yeah, a couple times. He would just like watch me and my friend, like my young girlfriends, like hang out, which he loved. We would always just be drinking and doing stupid things. And he was, very much into that.
Encouraging it?
Yeah. He would just let us have like a ball at his house. So it was incredible.
Little mini orgies.
Yep. Lots of baby oil. Hold the P. Diddy.
Oh, baby oil.
Slicked up and ready to roll.
Exactly.
All right. So that lasted a few years. And why did it end?
I just, at the time,
He got old?
yeah, pretty much. The white in his beard got a little much. And I was like,
Wait a minute. What?
Just kidding.
As I stroke my white beard.
I love
Santa
the white
Claus.
beard.
I'm getting there. It's a mix still. It's a mix. Alejandra, she bought some dye and we dyed it the other day. Wow. I looked 15 years younger, but it just goes off. Anyway, go ahead.
That's what I made him do
Yeah.
for when we went
You
to
did?
Europe. Yeah. So he takes me to Europe to Tomorrowland.
Ooh, that's
And-
another great one. I watch those on YouTube. I love those.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big DJ set.
It's like the Disneyland for ravers.
Yeah.
He was huge into festivals and just being, just young and living the best his adventure life, which is why he loved dating younger women. And so, yeah, we went there and oh my God, it was the best time. I'm like, I could have never done this without him. So did Tomorrowland. It was obviously like, okay, I'm dating an older man, doing all these things, and people know what's going on in public. You're in different countries and
See, here I am, 56. You talked about that and it got me excited. I would love to do that myself.
yeah.
I still have a very young soul. Age, it's just
It's all
kind of
about
like
how you
this-
feel
Yeah,
inside, I feel like I'm going to be young forever type of vibe. it's not about growing old with someone, it's about staying young with someone. And so that's kind of where it was at for him and I. We were just having the best time, and I very much was in love with him for a span of time. I was expecting to have an emotional connection, but also the financial connection was just like.
So you fell in love with him?
I loved
Truly?
him. Yeah. For a while there, I was like very in love with him because we were just having so much fun.
So this must have been difficult then during the breakup. Or was it like a breakup, or was this kind of a mutual thing that you needed to both move on?
It was mutual. He had dated younger women before who'd kind of just grown out of it, and just, and that's kind of what happened for me. I actually had moved to Arizona shortly after because I was feeling like I needed to go move on to the next chapter in my life.
Okay, wait a minute. So you were in school up there, and then you're out of school?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you do any other dating up there, or you done most of it here in Arizona after that?
Well, I did date. He's this famous gambler, and he's worth millions. And we dated periodically before him.
Famous gambler.
Yeah, he's very rich from gambling. Like he's ranked in Minnesota top 20 or something.
What, like in poker or what?
Yeah, poker. Yeah.
You know I play poker.
You do?
Yeah, I play in the World Series every year.
Oh my gosh, you might know him.
I know. That's why I'm looking at you trying to get clues on who this is.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me off the air.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I dated him for a while. We lived in a hotel for many, many months, and I'm talking fancy dinners and the amount of marijuana. I don't know if this is going to... I mean, it was like Johnny Depp of marijuana, and at the time, this was like unheard of. He had like a jar of marijuana, and at the time in college, I was just like, oh my God.
Now, how did you meet him?
Mutual friends, again, actually through another older gentleman who was like a sugar daddy, but I never saw him or did that with him, and just met him out.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
All right, so how are you explaining all this to your family and your parents?
Pretty much because we grew up in Vegas. My family just didn't, they owned a restaurant and bar. My grandparents were developers, and so we moved to Vegas for gold mining before I was born.
For gold mining?
Gold mining.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah. So then we opened up a bar, and growing up in Vegas, like it's everywhere, all the time. So I think that they just kind of understood naturally.
You mean the age gap relationships? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love going to Vegas because of that.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at you weird.
They don't care.
No, they don't care.
Nope. My parents were 20 years apart.
Oh, so, they were?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was naturally like, I'm just
Did you ever ask them how that happened?
Yeah, my mom was one of the original MGM Grand girls.
Really?
Yeah. And oh man, this is going to give me away bad. But she was one of the original MGM Grand girls, and my dad met her, and they ended up falling in love with each other. He was very protective over my mom, and I always love that about like dating someone who's older than me, wealthier than me. I felt protected. I felt safe. Versus dating someone my age who is like emotionally unstable, doesn't have the financial backing or anything. Like I needed someone who was like supportive of me and where I wanted to go in life. And so that's kind of how it fell into my lap. So
would you say you grew up in a middle class family or a more wealthier family? Where were you at financially there?
What kind
of lifestyle were you living?
When growing up, my mom was technically a single mom for a long time, but I would say like middle class, upper middle class. It was always like, okay, I have a taste of the luxury because you're going to school with people whose parents are plastic surgeons, and they drive the Ferrari to school. And then I'm like, okay, Mom, can I have $20 for lunch? She's like, you're coming to the bar to eat after work, so just save the money.
So what happened with your parents' marriage?
It just fell apart when I was really young. I mean, on one hand, my mom, silver spoon, tons of money. My dad, not a lot of money at all. So they did not see eye to eye.
Wait a minute.
Did it have anything to do with the age gap, do you think?
Absolutely. My dad was a vet. My mom, again, trust fund baby.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's so your mom was the one with the money.
Mm-hmm. My mom had all the money and would invest in her boy. She was like the sugar mama.
Yeah.
Really. She would invest in her men and start businesses with them.
That's
and
cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting growing up and watching that because my mom she's invested in so many different businesses with so many men. And I've always dreamt of that as like, okay, go get into a relationship and then we can start like a business together and that would be fun.
Did mom continue to date older men or age appropriate or younger men?
Man, she was all over the board for a minute. Mom, sorry about this. But I essentially just her age. My dad was probably like the one-off.
Okay.
But he was a very convincing, handsome man, so I could see why that would be it.
You know what's funny? I took Lily and Trucker to a party at my country club and kind of showing them, talking about different people, like, hey, this guy owns this company and this guy owns this company. And I go, oh, see that good looking guy there? He's a sugar baby because his wife's a doctor and she clearly, and she's older than him and she clearly makes all the money and he just plays golf. He's just a good looking guy that plays golf. Well, he's a quote unquote real estate agent. Yeah.
You got to have that cover. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's
saying?
at the cover. He sells like one house a year.
I'm a personal assistant.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's definitely the sugar mama. Those are hard to find though,
They are.
because it's not really a traditional role.
Yeah.
You know, people sometimes are like, I can't believe she's with that older guy. It's actually a more traditional role than what modern society is accepting a lot of times, but it's becoming more and more acceptable, I think.
Yeah, especially back in the day when I started doing it, people were like, oh my, in Minnesota especially, like they just thought,
Minnesota.
yeah, they literally thought I was just, I mean, I already knew when I moved to Minnesota when I was younger, they're like just saying like all these crazy things about me because I was from Vegas, because obviously you grow up in Vegas. You just
Well, what age were you when you moved there?
17.
Oh.
And the moms were just in uproar. They were like, who is this young Vegas 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Because I was flashy.
That's like somebody from like Hollywood moving to my small town in Texas. We'd be looking at them like, what the hell just walked into our town?
Exactly. That's
kinda how you
exactly
were?
how it was. It was so interesting.
Okay, you said you don't like meeting people online. So are you not on Seeking?
I was on Seeking for a while and I did meet one person on there in Arizona, and I would just try to talk to people on there, but I was so good at, especially because, you know, how I grew up, I was so good at pinpointing like, okay, I can tell by this person's shoes or how they look or how their, you know, their previous dating style in person, that I'd be like, this one. So Seeking, it was more difficult for me to weed out people there than it was in person at the time.
So where do you meet most of your sugar daddies then?
I just meet them out and about through friends.
Just through friends?
Through friends. But I saw someone that I knew out on Seeking arrangements, and I had no idea that he was in the lifestyle when I moved to Arizona. I have to know the person initially and then find out that they do that in order for me to have that extra buffer. Otherwise, I'm like, stranger danger. Like, who is this person online?
Yeah.
It's tough for me online, especially if for me, I need to like develop an emotional connection with that person first. It's difficult to just be like, oh, hi, nice to meet you online. I'm sure that works for some people, but for me,
Works for me.
yeah, there is a lot of people on there, but I'm just like, I think it's because my ADHD, I have trouble going through all these people online, and I'm like, does this one look legit? I don't know if that's real or not.
Oh, yeah. Alejandra opened up her Seeking, I think it was this morning, and she was showing me she had like 29 unread messages. It's overwhelming a lot of times.
It's very overwhelming for me. So
Well, tell us about the gentleman that you went to the Suns game with last night. Where'd you meet him?
oh, I met him at a whiskey festival.
Whiskey?
Yeah. And I don't think he's like I don't know. He makes a lot of money, but he's not really what I would consider my typical sugar daddy. I know that when men go out with me, they can tell like, okay, I'm not going to pull out my wallet whatsoever. Don't think about it. They're like, well, if you want like a sugar daddy, if you're a sugar baby, I don't know if I can go out with you. And I'm like, well, then don't go out with me. I don't know what to tell you.
But you said this guy really spoiled you.
He did. He bought me this $250 jacket. I wanted to wear it in here just to like show it off.
I would have loved that.
Oh my
Send me a picture.
It's beautiful. I pointed to it. Some other girl was wearing it. And I was like, I want that jacket. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I really want it. And then later on in the game, he was like, oh my God, let's go get it. And I'm like, are you serious? That's so sweet. But secretly I was like, Indeed, you shall give me this jacket.
So how did you meet this guy?
Again, just a whiskey festival.
Oh, that's right. You whiskey. And then how long have you seen him?
Just recently, actually. That was our first date.
Your first date, and he took you to a Suns game? Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good date because, one thing you want to do on a first date is you want to get into an environment where at least you can have a conversation with somebody and talk about things. And you can do that during a basketball game or a sporting event.
That was mine and Trucker's first real
I know.
date.
I was there with you.
As a Suns game.
Yeah.
That's a great first date.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I mean, and I was laughing until my cheeks hurt. It was so much fun. But he's younger than me. And I'm
Wait, he's younger?
Yeah, he's younger than me.
Like in his 20s or just younger?
Yeah, he's in his late 20s, but I'm in my early 30s, so I'm just
What kind of industry is he in?
He's in real estate, same as me.
Oh, you're in real estate too?
Yeah, I'm taking a step back from private. We might have to edit this out because I don't want to talk about my career. But yeah, I'm taking a step back from and dealing with and stuff like that. It's very taxing, and it's taking years off my life, which is why I love being a sugar baby. Because I'm just
who's doing that is our old co-host Kimmy. She's in California raising funds for private investments.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's a very taxing career.
She went to Dubai to try to get some of the Dubai money.
So much money in Dubai. I can't tell you how many of my CEOs go to Dubai just to. I mean, and I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I can't touch on that too much. But anyway, yeah. So basically, this is how I explain the industries that I work in. Is there's private equity, hedge funds down here, and then you have the banks, which is an offset of that. You can have a personal or the huge conglomerates with the FCC, and then from there you tier up to multifamily, commercial, and residential. I do not do residential. There's not a lot of money in that. I won't be doing that. But I'm director of operations in the multifamily and commercial real estate realm, and then also in private equity.
Wow, you sound pretty on top of things. Like, what you're talking about. Was any of this your education, or you just learned this?
No.
In the wild.
In the wild, really. I went to school for fashion.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can too.
Do you still want to do anything with fashion?
So someday I'm hoping when I marry very rich, I want to be an interior designer or something fun like yoga teacher, interior designer is perfect for me. Or what is my other dream career? Making charcuterie boards, like something fun.
Good. You can make charcuterie for Sugarpalooza 6.
I'll tell you what, Lily and Trucker, they found this place for Sugarpalooza 3. It was for Sugarpalooza 3. And it was like two gay guys, wasn't it, or something, that did these charcuterie boards?
Dos Chris's.
Yeah. And,
Chris and Chris.
And I'm telling you what, that was some of the most amazing food art that I'd seen in a while.
Yeah, it was
nobody
beautiful.
even wanted to touch it because it was so gorgeous.
Everything was sparkly.
Yeah, it has sparkles on it.
They
It
put
was
glitter,
edible,
food glitter.
Food glitter.
Oh my gosh, anything sparkly for me. Which
Right?
is why I love your outfit so much.
Yeah, you need to go. Thank you. You need to go in Dos Chris's. It's in the Arcadia area, and everything inside sparkles. They have donuts and cakes and pastries, and everything has glitter.
Sounds like heaven.
It's beautiful.
Food and sparkles.
I sometimes walk in just to look. I don't really want to eat all that sugar, but I don't have a sweet tooth like Marcus. Dear God.
Oh my God, get the chocolate away from. And I got to tell our party guest, I love you guys, but if you bring me chocolate, I eat it. And now I'm having a very hard time getting rid of. Oh my God, one of our guests brought us these
Fancy fine chocolates.
From California.
It was Queen Lilith.
Yeah, I took the name of the box. She gave one to Lily and one to me. I opened it up. I ate the whole damn box in about 5 minutes.
In one fell swoop.
I could not stop. It was like the best chocolates I've ever had.
And then Trucker and I only made it through about half our box, and we're not big, huge sweet eaters. Mm-hmm. So I take it to share with Alejandra because she didn't get any of Marcus's chocolates.
No, she did not.
And guess who ate
So Lily,
the second half of my box?
Lily gives me this box, and she's got it duct taped, and it says for Alejandra only.
Duct taped.
And
I duct taped it shut.
She did. And I go, what's in there? She goes, oh, just some tampons. I don't need those anymore. I'm like, that's really weird, but whatever. So I give it to Alejandra, and I'm in my office working. She opens up the box, And I come out and there's chocolates in there. And I'm like, I sent Lily a meme. I said, "You live on a throne of lies."
That would be me too.
From
I was
Elf.
trying to hook a sister up.
So Alejandra goes, takes a nap. I know we're getting off on a tangent, but this is too funny. She goes, takes a nap, and I go, "Hey, are you going to eat those chocolates?" She goes, "Well, I had one." And I thought that meant I had one and I didn't want any more. So there was 5 or 4 left. I ate 3 of them, and then I went somewhere. And then I get an angry text from Alejandra because she came out of the room and saw that all her chocolates were gone.
I know.
Except
and
one.
Our girl Carla gave us Tim Tams and all kinds of other Australian
The
chocolates.
Australian gave me some chocolates that I
Ate a whole box of Tim Tams by himself.
in one sitting. Yeah, I couldn't stop.
The sweet tooth.
It was so
They're good, but I can only handle so
Anyway,
much sugar
so-
at a time.
For our next Sugarpalooza 6 attendees, we love you. We love gifts, not required at all. But if you give us something, you're making me fat, and I can't get rid of it.
I love French
love
desserts like macaroons and croissants.
chocolate. You know, she doesn't like macaroons. You don't
I
like
don't
those,
like
do you?
macaroons.
Lily doesn't like
I
those.
don't like the texture.
They're so pretty, though.
they are.
All
They're
different
beautiful.
colors. Yeah. So anyway, we started talking about fashion and food and fashion and stuff.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
How long have you been here in Arizona?
Approximately 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
What do you think of Arizona?
I love it here. I'm never leaving.
Yeah. Do you go back to Vegas much?
Yeah, quite frequently. It's
It's
just
very quick.
yeah, it's just a quick flight. But again, I grew up there. I love it here. It's a little more homely and cute, and Vegas is a little. I go there and I just party. I'm like.
So
I'm an
what do
animal.
you do for fun here in Arizona?
I just go out for drinks and hang out. Mostly.
Where's your go-to places?
Oh my gosh, I love AZ88.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You know, that's been around a long time. I moved here in 97. I can remember going to that in, I think the 90s.
Yeah, I met the owner the other day, and they're super cool people, and hearing about their story and about their concepts, and I'm pretty sure they own that building or something. I can't remember what he was saying.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. You've been there, haven't
I
you?
have not.
It's an old town. It's kind of hidden. You have to know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see it from any of the streets.
What's the vibe?
Modern,
Yeah, definitely modern.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and the drinks are very strong.
kind of almost. It's not mid-century modern, is it? No, it's just more modern, right? It's kind of modern art.
Definitely.
They change it
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Is it super loud? Like, can you meet people and hold a conversation?
I've had a couple meet and greets there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, nice.
One of them was with my Egyptian girl. I can't remember her name, but she was on the podcast, and she had a thick accent, so it was really hard for me. I was just kind of nodding yes a lot of
Yeah,
times.
you're just
but
like, nod
yeah,
and wave.
Yeah. I've taken quite a few people there.
I'll have to try it out.
Yeah.
Why is Brian Howie standing at the window acting like a lizard?
Yeah. I don't know. He's the owner of the whole Pod Populi.
Gotcha.
He does his own podcast too. Anyway,
What's his podcast?
it's called The Great Love Debate.
Well, that's the old one. He has
He's got
a new one
too. Yeah.
about
Brand new.
estrangement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what it's called, but he interviews people who have been estranged for various reasons, and they talk about that.
You mean
Yeah.
like they lost a partner? Or?
Estranged because of like a family dispute or a broken heart or cheating. Like, there's so many reasons you could be estranged from someone else. So we're giving Brian Howie a shout out, but I don't really know what his name of that new podcast is.
I don't know. Hey, so how's the dating scene here?
Oh my gosh, it's extremely difficult. I will
Difficult?
say. Yeah, it's.
You need to go online.
I know. After this, you've got a believer over here.
I met Lily online.
You guys are cute, but you're sparkly over there right now, and I'm obsessed with this outfit. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to
Thank
take a
you.
picture of Lily's outfit. It is on point as usual,
Seriously,
but you're going to want to
slay.
see it on our Patreon. And it's only going to be there, not on our Instagram. We'd love to follow there, But look at these boots.
I'm going to give all the Arizona girls insider information. So I really like Corral Western boots, and I usually buy them at the Boot Barn.
Is that the name of the brand name?
The brand
Corral?
is Corral.
Okay.
They're very comfortable. My feet are a little wide width, and these things are usually very comfortable for me.
Yeah.
But Ross Dress for Less
There you go.
has started carrying Corral boots
No way.
upon occasion. It's a little difficult to find your right size, but go to Ross all the time.
There you go.
I got these boots, which would have at Boot Barn probably cost $300 to $500. I got them for $99.
Well, we love a bargain.
Go right now. There are some boots there that I'm going to go probably get later today. That
Yeah.
cowboy boots that are sparkly and cute. They're so
Now I like the boots that Paris has on. These
yeah,
are
I
these
do
are
too.
black
My leather
knee high.
ones.
Actually, they're above the knee.
Yep.
I have
Love
some of
those.
those.
I love leather. So
Yes.
I'm like leather all day.
Mine aren't real leather. Yours probably are.
I don't know. I need to get new ones, honestly. These things, I wear them so much. They're my favorite.
I ordered mine on Shein or somewhere, and they smelled horrible when I first got them. I had to leave them outside.
Well, it's because they had to come across the ocean from China.
Yeah, I had to leave them
all
outside
fishy.
to air out and get sanitized by the sun for like a
Really?
week, and then now they're okay.
Well, we got plenty of sun to sanitize things. That's for
yeah.
sure.
When you guys met me, I was wearing those Balenciaga boots.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the gambler I was telling you, they're the professional gambler
Yeah.
bought me.
You were owning that party. What'd you think of it?
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God, my day job just cooked me though at the end of it. And
Yeah.
a few glasses of wine, and I was like, oh my God. I'm falling asleep. So
Eve, I'll bleep that. Speaking of Eve, you came to the party with Eve.
Yep.
How did you two girls meet?
So interesting story.
Well, let's hear it.
I was seeing one of my sugar daddies, and he had a table out and about, and she had been hanging out near this group of men who one of them was my sugar daddy at the time. We have since broken up, but she was there and she stepped on me, and I was like, ow, that really hurt. And then
That is an interesting way to meet.
and then because we had been talking earlier a little in the night, it's a little foggy, but she stepped on me initially, and I was like, you hurt me with your foot. And then she was like, I'm so sorry. And then we just started talking, and then she was like, oh my God, we live really close to each other. Or she's like, I'm moving. And then she turned out to be moving into the same complex as me.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, and then we ended up being the best of friends. I love that girl so much.
And how long ago was this?
It's approaching a year. So
Yeah.
we've known each other about a year now.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting. I met her just a meet and greet, and it went nowhere, but we've remained friends this whole time for years. And she came on the show really early in the podcast. I need to figure out what episode that
Yeah,
was.
I want to know.
But she talked about the mental health of sugar dating, because it can be any dating can be very taxing.
Emotionally taxing.
But there is a different kind of emotional kind of roller coaster you go through with sugar dating than you do real dating, because it's a different kind of relationship.
100%. I'm
Yeah.
always on that tightrope. That's one of the reasons I think that, or one of the troubles that I have with being a sugar baby, is the emotional tightrope of, okay, I want someone who's financially secure, but I also want someone who is emotionally available, but I'm like, I want discretion, or I want a boyfriend. I'm like, what do I want? And so I'm always on that tightrope of, I'm not really sure if this is like the route I want to go. Definitely love the luxury lifestyle. And again, going to Burning Man and going on yachts and things like that, would never be able to do that without being in that lifestyle. So I'm like, it's worth
would
it.
be more difficult to experience that. So what are you ultimately looking for? You're in your 30s now. Are you still just kind of enjoying life? Are you looking to get married soon, or
I don't know, honestly.
just
like,
whenever it happens, it happens?
yeah, whatever happens, happens. I mean, like at this point, my life is so much fun. I'm so content with where I'm at. I don't know. I've been in some really long-term relationships, and I mean, I've had ongoing arrangements for many years, and I'm like, I don't know. I want someone that I'm seeing to understand I do want financial security and to be like a sugar baby, eventually stay-at-home mom type of vibe. But it's also, is that, some people frown upon that, and some people are cool with that. It's tough. It's dicey.
And then plus I have a lot of other needs. Okay, are you going to be able to meet that? And also, do you love dogs? That's key. The dogs thing is.
Oh, you're a dog girl?
Yes, my dog is the best dog. I know everyone
What
says
kind of
about their
dog do you have?
He's a part pit bull, and I won't say the other because I'm going to give myself away.
You've already given yourself
I know.
away.
I have a part pit too, and he's the smartest dog I've ever had.
He is so smart. I had a Pomeranian for many years.
Oh, you did?
I was the girl
Let
with
me see the picture.
fluffy
Oh,
Handsome.
This is my handsome
Good-looking
boy.
dog there.
Yeah, he is super. I mean, he's been to some mega mansions. Mm-hmm. I bring this dog to mansions with me.
What's his podcast name?
Oh, I don't know.
That's okay.
Queen Lilith has a podcast name for her dog.
Yeah.
What is it?
Bowie.
Bowie.
It is?
Yeah.
I couldn't have even told
Bowie.
you. I had no idea.
I was going to say that dog. That's it.
That dog.
Yeah.
That darling dog.
He's got that dog in him.
So, what is some of the fanciest vacations that you've been on?
Ooh, okay. So it's tough between like the Rumspringer in Europe and the $6 million yacht for my birthday.
Wait. Where was the $6 million yacht at?
Oh my gosh. I basically kind of have an arrangement with this guy who is in love with me.
Wait a minute. Wait. Kind of an arrangement?
It's dicey.
Okay.
There's some.
Tell us about him.
Okay. So
What's his backstory?
We need a little setup here.
I actually met him through the other guy that I was dating who took me to Europe.
Uh-oh.
And they were friends, business partners at one point. And then when him and I broke up, he was like, "You want to hang out?" And I was like, "Well, don't you have a girlfriend?" And he was like, "Oh, I have 2 girlfriends."
Oh, yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal at all. Definitely an open relationship kind of guy. He was very wealthy and a little bit older than me. He was just very smitten with me, still is to this day. We're very close friends, and if I ever need anything, he's like, "I got you." He likes to call himself a glucose guardian.
Okay. We've heard that term before.
Yep.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah.
I just heard that last week. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So basically, for my birthday, I was like, "Oh, I'm maybe just going to stay in," because I was just dating this trust fund baby at the time, off and on, and he was just not giving me what I needed emotionally, which is again why I like dating older, because I'm like, I like someone who's like, let's plan a trip. Let's go do something fun. I don't want to have to sit there and hold your hand to go do something. Let's plan it. And I want to do it. And so he was like, "Yeah, you and your girlfriends, I like these 2. Bring them with. We're going on a yacht from Miami."
Okay, wait. You showed him your girlfriends and he picked out 2 to come with you?
I'm living here in Scottsdale at the time, and I'm with so many beautiful women, which obviously in Minnesota, no offense to the girls out. My friends are beautiful out there. Like I had a very select few, but a lot of them are not. And so he was looking at all my girlfriends out there and he was like, "I think you should bring these 2 girls with." And I was like, "I'll ask them." Like, I'm sure they'd be down to go on a beautiful yacht from Miami.
Out of Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we flew into Miami and hopped on this yacht. And I'm going to be honest, I never really want to go on a yacht again after this trip.
A $6 million yacht, and you were like, "I don't want to do this again"?
We had to go through the deep sea, and I have motion sickness.
Oh, problem.
So, yeah, huge problem, which I did not think of. I'm like,
Did you know that you had motion sickness?
I very much did, but I did not realize that when I thought, because I had been on yachts in Miami before, but they were just sitting there. I didn't think about the boat traveling to the Bahamas through the deep sea.
Yeah.
I did not. So I was like not feeling the greatest for part of it.
My ex-wife had same thing. We'd go on cruises a lot, and she would take the Dramamine or whatever. And yeah, even that, she would get sick on the big yachts.
Yep.
Or the big cruise ships.
Yeah, that would be me. So it was great, but also a little bit of a horror story for me. Like, oh my God, yacht. And then my brain did not click. Honey, you're not that good on boats.
Oh, man.
What are you doing on a boat right now? You should have picked something else for your birthday.
There were regrets.
There were regrets for sure.
Well, besides the motion sickness, how did the trip go?
Honestly, the trip of a lifetime. We stayed in a beautiful mansion in Bimini and rode golf carts around.
And where?
Bimini
Where is that?
in the Bahamas.
That's like a little town or an island, or what is that?
I think it's a town on an island, but
Okay.
it could be the whole island.
I don't know.
It was unreal. I mean,
I'm talking lobster every night.
Lobster.
Yeah, we had lots of lobster. I was so tired of seafood after this trip as well. I just want like a burger. I want something greasy because we were eating so much seafood there. And yeah, we were going to the casino and riding golf carts.
That's a cool casino, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very nice. Atlantis, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, this one was not Atlantis because that's in Atlantis. Which casino?
So this was a different.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know of down in Bahamas.
Yeah, I really want to go to that one with the tunnel.
Yeah.
That goes under. I know. I've
Yeah,
seen that
it's
one.
a very, very nice place.
You've been there?
Yeah, we went on a cruise out of Miami, and that's one of the stops.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. I was supposed to go do that with one of my other sugar daddies like a long time ago, 10 years ago, and we just never did it. But I really do want to do that. Yeah, but that trip was amazing until his now wife found out, and then I was like, oh God.
Wait, until his wife found out.
Yeah, they're married now. They were dating or something, some other girl, and then he broke up with the other girl and then started dating me, but then it was just very dicey. And so I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on this trip with this guy. And his wife or fiance was like, how are you doing this to me? And I'm like, well, I thought you guys were in an open relationship. And
Apparently not.
apparently not.
And she was not on the trip, right?
No,
Okay. How long did the trip last?
probably like a week.
Were there a lot of sexcapades on the trip?
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, some of the best sex of my life was on that yacht. So
How so?
Even though you were not feeling well?
yeah, I mean, I still had a great time.
So with him, because you guys just had a great connection, or there was all the girlfriends involved, or give us the details.
Oh yeah, dirty details. So we essentially, like the first night when we were in Miami, we definitely did it on the front of the boat and
Nice.
Yeah, in Miami on this yacht. I was like, yes.
Just the two of you?
Yeah. Just
What are
the
you, a
two
little
of us.
exhibitionist there?
A little bit, yeah.
bit?
I like to have a little fun here and there. Now that I'm in my early 30s, like more dialed in, dialed back, but I'm like, it's just, I'm always going to be fun and having that fun life about me. But we almost had like a foursome or something too. And one of the girls was like a porn star, and it was just crazy. That's the lifestyle I live, my secret lifestyle. Really.
Wild times in the deep sea.
That's the next podcast.
Yeah.
Sexcapades.
Now,
on a cruise ship.
I'm curious, what is your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh gosh, Leos are excellent in bed.
Yes, we are.
All Leos?
Let me just vouch. Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, the one Leo that I connected with, it was the best sex of my life.
Really?
Yeah. The most passionate, the most connected, the most intimate. But Aries and Leo is a good sexual fit.
Very much.
My first girlfriend in high school was Leo. Yeah, and my first real girlfriend.
And did you guys have an amazing, passionate connection?
It was okay.
Oh.
Well, no, I thought I was in love with her. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was very passionate. Yeah. Yeah.
What's your sign?
Aries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're the same.
Oh,
Matter
I
of-
see.
It's funny because we're both dating
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Well, her main guy, and then Alejandra's Aquarius. So we're both Aries and we're both dating Aquarius.
Do you guys plan that?
No, not at all.
We just started going.
It just
wait.
worked out.
Yeah.
But Aquarius is a really good fit for an Aries
Yeah.
all around. Leo's just a good sexual fit for an Aries.
I could see that. I dated a trust fund baby for like, when I moved out here, oh my God, I wouldn't say he was a sugar daddy, but he was still 10 years older than me. And I don't know. He was a sugar daddy though, because I didn't pay for anything, and we definitely did tons of trips, and I saved pretty much every amount of cash during COVID with him. But he was an Aries, and yeah, some of the best sex I've ever had.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
You know what comments I'm going to get from our listeners is, how is she meeting and vetting these guys in the wild that have money? It's hard. It's hard to find guys like that.
I have
It's
an
not
knack
easy.
for it.
Yeah,
I
apparently
really
you do.
I do. It's seriously from growing up in Vegas and my parents, just seeing like, okay, this person clearly, and also it's like a tightrope of like, okay, how do I express that this is the lifestyle that I want,
Right.
without making it seem a certain way?
Yeah, because you've got to be somewhat genuine and you got to have a connection or you don't want to date them. You're not dating them just for the money.
Sometimes it's like the emotional availability is not there and it's just all about the money. And I've noticed that that's where I struggle with the lifestyle is like I really want the emotional sometimes because I'm a Leo. Like we're lovers, you know, we just want to receive and give love essentially, but also like the financial security. I'm also extravagant. I'm like, let's do some fun stuff.
Right.
So then I just kind of, I mean, it's not that I exactly say it, but at this point you can just assume just based off of talking to me inadvertently, this is the lifestyle I desire. I'm not going to go for someone who can't pretty much give me everything I want. I want to go on, do fun things. I mostly like experiences. So that's my thing.
You love doing things, experiencing life.
Traveling and stuff like that and things that my childhood personality would just be like, oh my God, we never thought we would do that. Like going to Burning Man. That's just the best thing ever.
Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
Well, she fell in love with the first guy.
Oh, see, I had to step out
Yeah, you
for a
stepped
minute.
out for a sec.
Yeah. I've been in
Okay.
love a couple of times and it's just like, again, the love only goes so far, you know?
Yeah.
The money helps with a lot of the things. As long as we're not fighting about money and we're in a relationship where, hey, this person provides the money and I do this and that, and they know they're the financial security and I feel safe around them. And in return, I'm very loving and caring and here for you emotionally and stuff like that. So that's kind of, am I dancing around the subject? Am I meeting?
No, you're good. So I know you're not going to believe this, but we're pretty much out of time. One last thing. Did you ever have anything really scary happen to you as a result of dating somebody super wealthy?
I would just say, obviously, it's difficult. I mean, in a lot of ways, but when I was dating that professional gambler for a while, after we got done living in a hotel for this is like very scary stuff, by the way. It was months in the hotel and we decided we needed a house. He's going to lose a lot of money. So we rented out a house with someone who was a convicted felon and ended up one day trying to come on to me. And then turns out he was like holding women at gunpoint and stuff like that. So it's like that person did not think of me in that situation where I'm like, hey, like, I know you're trying to save money after we spent like $150,000 in hotels and food and stuff like that. But then he had put me in danger by living with someone who's not vetted because obviously when you have so much money, sometimes I think you just like forget that there's those little things that you have to worry about. You're just like, oh, I'll just throw some money at it. It's good. No, there's scary people out there. And so I think that was the scariest thing ever is knowing that we were living with someone so toxic and terrible that had done things to women. And I'm just all about the respect for women and keep them safe no matter what, even if it's an arrangement. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's wild that he just wanted to roommate with a random felon.
Yeah.
And he was aware that the guy was a felon?
I don't know, but we found out later that this guy had held women at gunpoint and tried to just do like crazy things. And I'm like, how do you have all the resources in the world? Both your parents are doctors, you are wealthy. You didn't background check this person. So it's definitely one of those things where I noticed I just need someone who's personally just knows what's going on, aware of their surroundings, which is easy not to do when you're just living like such a luxury lifestyle, I guess.
All right. So as we wrap up, your advice to other girls, obviously you're doing it a little different than most. Would you recommend this lifestyle or would you recommend they kind of pursue something more traditional?
No, I wouldn't say that traditional, but it's also, you know, there's a fine line of like, what do you want? Do you want someone who's living just in luxury or do you want an emotional connection? Do you want both? And there is a way to merge that essentially, I think is the message is like you can lead a sugar baby lifestyle, but still have that person who emotionally connects with you and not just have it be just purely financial because that tends to be draining over time. Like you just get bored of that. That only goes so far with people I've noticed. It's like, hey, like, that
and that's what we're
Miami
finding
love.
too. A lot of people get
happy with my trucker.
Yeah. A lot of people get into this for one reason, but then as they meet really good people and then the connection starts growing, it turns into something really magical, and it can.
Yeah.
Everybody has different uniques and wants and needs, and you can find just about whatever you're looking for in this lifestyle, but we sure love it. So many of the people that we know are getting engaged, getting married, falling in love. I mean, we just saw Podcast Fanboy, a picture of him over in
With his
Europe with his
Russian
23
Oh, yeah, I heard about this one.
3-year-old
See, you can get lucky
20.
like
I
that.
think she's 25.
or 25.
Yeah.
You really can get lucky like that
Yeah.
and have everything that you want. You can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Yeah. We love that. I love my cake and eat it too.
Podcast Fanboy loves his Russian cake.
All right. All right. Well, Paris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
If you guys want to share your crazy sugar dating stories like Paris did, and I'm sure we haven't even touched the surface.
There's a
I'm
few
sure
more.
you got a few more. Go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com. You can message us there. You can message us on Instagram. I've got people that message me all the time on Instagram, and I answer pretty quickly most of the time. But the best way is through Patreon. And we want you to be a member and join the family. It's a lot of fun. So many behind the scenes photos and everything that you get with that. And it's very, very cheap. We made it super affordable for everybody. But go to patreon.com/secrets of a sugar daddy podcast. Oh, one last shout out so we can get our,
Well, before you give the last shout
our
out,
$15. What?
let me ask Paris, are you a member of the Patreon?
I don't think so. No.
No,
Okay.
I should be.
You should be. You need to join. It's free.
Okay.
The reason I was going to ask is we started a new feature called Eye Candy of the Week, and we feature a sugar baby. And she gives us a little bio and some photos.
Oh, that's
So
right. Yeah, Lily
Yeah.
started doing that. It's great.
I love
we
that.
also started Sugar Daddy of the Week, and we've only had one entry. So I'm going to talk to my sugar daddies right now because the girls would love to get an introduction to you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're looking for, and send me a couple of photos. If you want your face blurred, I can do that. The girls would probably prefer to see your handsome face, but email those to me at empressextra@gmail.com. And I will get you posted because I didn't have a sugar daddy of the week for this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the one last shout out I was going to say, so last night, I used my OMG yes skills
Oh, good.
on Alejandra, and she was going
Which technique was
crazy.
it?
Well, if you want to know how to pleasure a woman properly, we have a link on our website to a program called OMG Yes. It's very professionally done. I cannot recommend it more. Even if we made zero, if you buy the program, I would still recommend it. But make sure you go to our website, click on it. Highly recommend it. It's a great Christmas gift. I know this episode's going to come out close to then, and it's digital. And once you buy it, it's pretty cheap. Once you buy it, you have it forever. So it's all kinds of really cool techniques. Show you
love it.
what to do, what not to do, how not to rush it.
I
to
like when
take your
Trucker
time.
does the circling one.
Yeah. Say I
Like
do
the
that. Yeah.
indirect stimulation
Yes.
type
Alejandra
of thing.
loves that
Oh,
technique.
God.
You like it too.
Eyes rolled back
All
in
right.
my head.
There you go. There's a first-hand testimonial of how good the program is. So go to OMG Yes on our website. Click on it from there. That way we can get credit for it. Yeah, let us know what your experience is on that. We'd love to know. All right, Paris, until next time.
Thank you guys so much.
Lily.
It was so fun.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.